I threw my phone in the trash after I saw the video that my new camera takes. This is the video from my phone. Sometimes it's shaky, so that's a problem. Well, I could get a tripod. Forget it. This really broke, by the way. So I decided to get myself a new camera. This thing cost me about $900 and I don't know if he's a legit seller.
What?
Anyone else try not to damage the box when they open it? A little point where you can slot it underneath. I bought this online for a good price, maybe too good. So we're taking off the... Well, there is a seal here. Okay, it looks authentic. There's a seal. I could call him if there was anything wrong. Let's see what we have in the box. Silica gel. Case. This case with the... looks authentic. Open it up. There is the camera right here. It's quite small. Is it gonna work? It turns on. It works. Okay, I'll set it up later. I never know how to shut it down. Oh, it's off. So easy. There's a mic here. At this point, I think I'm just checking if everything on the box is inside. Battery, I think. Tripod. Like everything you need to get going. Or maybe this is the extension battery. The bottom of it doesn't have the threads, so I think you need to use this for the tripod. I actually tried to do as much research as I could before I had to buy this. Silica gel. And the dead cat for the mic. Wide angle lens. Am I getting everything I'm supposed to get? Anything else inside here? Looks like there are some... I think these are stickers. There's a manual. What is this box here? It's the case. But that's the only thing in this box. There's only one thing, which is the case. The box was pretty big, so I was a little disappointed.
Aww.
And it seems like there is a manual for the case. So let's look at the camera. I don't know if I should actually be reading all these things. Oh, okay, you can power it on without turning. I think just now when I turned it, it turned on as well. Okay, I guess I have to download an app. I have to download an app to use some functions. Okay, actually it's quite intuitive, but it's walking me through how to use the camera. Is it gonna be better than my phone? Because phones have in-built stabilization. This thing has a gimbal. Look at it, wow, so cool. But I think first impressions, the form factor of it is quite small. It's easy to use. It's even smaller than even smaller footprint than your phone. There's so many things to do. But how's the image quality? I'm on the auto face tracking right now. Is it smooth? Yeah, because I guess for up and down is not so smooth, but for left and right should be a little bit smoother. I was having so much fun with the auto face tracking. It just follows you everywhere. This is the microphone. I think there's a magnetic thing for you to connect it, but it also has a clip behind. There's like a stick. And it goes into this hole here. I'm sure it's not going to do much because I'm not in a very windy place, but it's too heavy now. Is it me or... Dude, okay, problem. It can't be that much, right? It's just a little bit of sound, a little bit of weight. But the whole center of gravity kind of goes off. It's so fun to see this thing track me. Even at this angle, I'm just taking the thing, right, and then it's just tracking me the whole way. That's really great. The other thing I really love, right, is that the pouch has compartments for every single thing. I mean, it already has everything you need, and maybe I need one more mic, but it's so compact and it has a little compartment for everything. Plus now, if I want to put down my stuff and talk, I don't have to think about it. I used to have to I don't know, stand there and then think about where the camera's pointing. This camera just follows me all the way, which is super great. I think DJI is the only company that really does this magnet thing. I might be wrong. I don't use these. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sure that sounded very loud. And now I can't take it out. Okay, sorry, wait. Okay, must say that the magnet is very strong. Magnet is very strong. I will not be worried of it coming out. But somehow, once I add the dead cat is like a little bit too heavy. Right, it's a bit too heavy. Let me see if I take it out, how it works. Not so bad, although it is still a little bit heavy for a t-shirt. But this is kind of essential when you go out. I think you never know, you don't want to have like really bad audio. Okay, it's my own fault for not bringing the dead cat. So this is super easy, super convenient. Like I think even using your mobile phone is not so convenient. Okay, gimbal is a little bit slow. I could speed it up, but you know what? I have to go and look at the image quality and the sound quality after when I'm editing. It looks okay here. It looks a little bit, maybe a little bit raw. Colors are like quite sharp. I think in a way I like it better than my phone. I was really thinking about how it's really showing my imperfections. I was just watching the videos and it's so HD. I'm so scared to get close to the camera and it's like I can see every single pore on my face. I just woke up from a nap. I'm going for a live walk around the neighborhood. It's a bit less obvious that you're vlogging. Like it's quite small, and definitely like not having to look at the camera all the time because I know that the camera is always pointing at me. That makes it a lot not less conspicuous that you're doing this. Makes it more natural, I think. Like it's quite smooth. I watched a video somewhere that you're supposed to walk very stably so that the thing doesn't look up and down, because gimbals don't have the up and down stabilization. But I think it looks okay. One of the things that makes it less conspicuous is that the screen is very small. So like, you're walking around people with your phone, right? Especially if it has a very, very big screen, people are looking at what you're doing and probably checking if you're filming them. But this one, it's so small, they can't really see what you're doing. And everything is very fast to just set up and start working on. One thing that I don't really like, which is my own fault, is that I can't put it in my pocket. I'm already afraid that the lens will get damaged because I didn't bring the protective cover. I'm afraid because this thing doesn't come with a lens cap. I tried to put it in my pocket, but the camera itself, it moved a little bit. So I think you really need the case in order to keep it in your pocket. The case is very convenient because you can keep this mic on top of it also. So it's they really thought of everything to put it all in one package. One thing I might be more concerned about is if the audio actually works, because okay, I can see a green color bar on top, so I guess that's how you check, but you don't really get to listen to it. I don't think I can really hear what is being done. Actually, you know what? I kind of like when you have a stereo mic that's picking out everything. Sometimes these lapel mics, they give you a very limited band of the sound. This mic might be a little bit too close, so you might get something it's a little bit like throaty kind of sound. Looking very festive at the supermarket. I'm actually wondering what the difference it has from like a phone. I think maybe the image is clearer and I don't know, maybe it's more intentional. It feels more intentional. But you know what the big thing is? The big thing is this auto face tracking. It's like somebody's filming for me, so it's like a lot easier. So I think that's one of the main differences. And I know that the movement will be smooth, no matter what I do. Yo, I do think that it looks better than real life in some ways. It's like really cool. Then if I want to capture some action, back to me. It is a little bit warm. It's not hot lah. It's just like a little bit warm, just like very slightly warm. It does have like an auto exposure function, so when it detects your face, I think it will change the exposure to match for the exposure for your face. I just want to be like doing what I'm doing, right? And then like I can just talk and whatever. Trying out the zoom function. Whoa! Oh no, not so close, please. Not so close. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to. Zero. The thing is, when I try to take the floor, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't really know how to operate the gimbal. But when I try to take the floor, I really have to put the thing upside down. You know how to take that shot just now? Take the floor shot. You know, next time if I want to go a little bit more incognito, maybe I'll just plug in my lapel mic, the wired one, onto this. Use this as a receiver. Or no, transmitter. And then put a small lapel mic, maybe even under my clothes so nobody really knows. One thing I didn't test on was moving subjects, other moving subjects. Am I a moving subject? I don't really have anybody to capture, so I didn't test that today. But that's one thing I should capture. Yeah, I've seen some reviews of the object tracking. It's good to a certain extent until it's really complicated. I think it's very easy to use this footage, I think. And your footage is stabilized, and then plus it's always centered. So you might be asking me what resolution I'm shooting at. Is it 4K? No, I didn't change the settings out of the box, so actually it's just 1080p 30. Don't ask me why, but I didn't change the settings. It looks quite good though, right? At the start of this video, I was trying to replace my phone with this camera. Wonder what happened to my phone?